Hello, Dr. Weiner. I'm a VSG patient. I'm a year out. I've lost 98 pounds and I'm struggling to continue to lose weight. The reason for my question today is I've been hearing your videos about the metabolic set point and how we slow our metabolism by going into extreme dieting. Since I am a VSG patient and I have been eating reduced calories for the past year, less than 1,000, does that mean that I have damaged my metabolism? The reason why I asked this question is I'm fluctuating 4 pounds up and down. I'm still 274. I have 100 pounds more to lose, and I'm not seeing any results. Ever since September, I've been walking 3 miles daily for 5 weeks. And up until about 3 weeks ago, I started strength training 1 hour in the morning. I do a 15-minute warm up, and then I do strength training. Nothing aggressive, but I'm trying to build my muscles since I'm very weak. I haven't seen any results. I eat fairly clean. I do have my slip ups, I'm not even gonna lie. But mostly it's low carb, lots of veggies, and probably 2 ounces of protein per meal. I only eat about 5 to 7 ounces each meal. I've done intermittent fasting, I've done a whole bunch of things, and I don't see any results. Have I damaged my metabolism? And what do you recommend I can do to continue to lose because I'm not seeing results? Although I'm, working out, I'm eating correctly. What do I do? Have I just damaged myself? How do I continue to lose these extra 100 pounds? There's very limited information out there for VSG patients. I don't know if I'm working out too much and not eating enough. I don't know what to do at this point. Any help would greatly be appreciated. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this patient has lost 98 pounds after a sleeve gastrectomy, and it sounds like she's really made a lot of lifestyle changes, which is awesome. Her diet strategy is generally low carb, lots of veggies, a little bit of lean protein. I would assume that's animal protein at every meal. She's exercising, starting to do some strength training. She's lost her 98 pounds, and she's now asking herself, what can I do to get down lower? And I think this is a very common thing that I see in my office. And I think there's a couple of components to it. I think, first of all, you have to look at the amount of weight that you've lost and determine if that's something that we would expect to see. So 98 pounds after a sleeve, without knowing their starting weight and their height, I can't give you an exact number, but I can tell you in general, 98 pounds after a sleeve is pretty good. And so there's a website that I refer patients to quite often. It's michiganbsc.org. And this website has about 100,000 people in the database. It's without question probably the best postoperative surgical data collaborative in the world on any topic. And you can put your information into the calculator, put your starting weight in, put all of your comorbid conditions, your age, things like that, and it'll tell you how much weight you expect to lose at 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. My hunch is that this patient has either reached the amount of expected weight loss or exceeded it. And this really brings up kind of an ugly truth about bariatric surgery, which a lot of people don't want to hear, but I think it's really important to know. And that's once you reach this new lowest post-operative weight, that's the lowest weight you're really ever going to achieve for the rest of your life. I'd say 5% of the time I may see patients who are able to lose additional weight beyond their post-surgical weight, but for the overwhelming majority of patients, this is it. And these lifestyle changes that you make, the exercise, the eating right, in general, they're very, very helpful at preventing weight regain, but they're not that effective at losing additional weight. But what can you do? I don't want to be all fatalistic here and make it seem like there's no options. So there's really 4 options that you have for losing additional weight after surgery. And this is the same whether you've had surgery or not. So the first is diet change. That's not eat less, eat fewer calories. It's change the type of food that you eat. It sounds like she's eating something very close to my Pound to Cure program. In this case, if this patient wanted to lose additional weight, this isn't what I'm recommending, but just what would it take? It would take something like a vegan diet, a very extreme nutritional change. I don't think every post-op patient has to follow a vegan diet. I don't follow a vegan diet, but you're asking the question, how do I lose more weight? You can go to something like a strict vegan diet. The second thing is exercise. Now, exercise is a very effective method for weight loss if you're a man under 40 or a woman under 30. And the reason for that is because in order to exercise to drive durable weight loss, you have to build muscle. When you're younger, you can build muscle. As you get older, you can't. The types of movements that you have to do in order to build muscle are pretty substantial. This is the boot camp, the weightlifting, the high-intensity spin classes, those crazy yoga classes where they get themselves all twisted up in these crazy positions that you can't ever imagine so a human being actually being able to sustain. These are the types of exercise classes that build muscle and will drive sustainable, durable weight loss. Most of us can't do that stuff, and that's okay. It doesn't mean I want you to try to do those things because you're going to get hurt, and then you're going to end up gaining weight as a result of that. It just means we have to understand what our limitations are here. I think probably the best option for this patient would be medications, specifically Saxenda. The problem with Saxenda is it's super expensive. It's about $1,300 a month. It's a super effective weight loss medication, but a lot of insurances don't cover it. Where I used to practice in Detroit, I saw probably 30 or 40% of the insurance plans cover it. Here in Arizona, where I'm currently practicing, I'm seeing maybe 10 or 20% of the plans covering it. There's a website, saxendacoverage.com, and you can plug in your information and see if they cover it. But this is actually a really great medication. Another downside, it's a daily injection, which a lot of people don't want to do, and I get it. There's another medicine called Ozempic, which is another diabetes medicine. I don't think it's quite as well tolerated as Saxenda. The advantage there is it's once a week. It's actually even more expensive than $1,300 a month. But it is a really effective weight loss medicine. It's not approved for weight loss. It's approved for diabetes, but we're going to see it. We're going to see it approved for weight loss in the future. And then, the final option, and again, not what I'm recommending, is revision. And after a sleeve, you can either have this revised to a duodenal switch or to a gastric bypass. A gastric bypass typically results in fairly modest weight loss. I generally quote patients 20 to 40 pounds of additional weight loss. So it's not something where you're going to lose another 60, 70 pounds after revision to a gastric bypass. So I hope that helps. I don't want to be too discouraging, but for most people, what you get after your 1 or 2 year post-operative weight, that's what you're going to get out of this surgery. And I think the most important thing is really to direct your attention toward weight maintenance and preventing weight regain from injury, from sugar-sweetened beverages, from medications, from all these other things that can cause weight gain.